Warning! The following contains nothing but spoilers for Pokémon Red and Blue. And Green. Welcome to the world of Pokémon! Pick your starter and build a team while you travel the world. Your goal is to collect the 8 badges by defeating the 8 gym leaders and ultimately challenge the Elite Four to become the Pokémon champion. Here is a game that needs no introduction. With 250 million units shipped, Pokémon is the second highest selling video game franchise in the world, beaten only by the Italian plumber duo. When Pokémon first came out, it became a global success almost overnight. This was an era before Facebook or social media, so this level of video game success was completely unheard of. And yet, much of the gameplay was really nothing new. By the late 90s, there had already been 6 Final Fantasies and plenty of JRPGs. Typically, these would involve a party of characters engaging in turn-based combat, gaining experience and levels as they progressed through the game. Each character would leave or join the party at random, and they would have their own backstory woven into the overall plot. But in the world of Pokémon, your party of characters is created very differently. It's been nearly 2 decades, but I will never forget how I felt when I caught my first Pokémon. By allowing you to create your own team from the random encounters you faced, this not only added a level of strategy, but also made the experience feel way more personal. You got to name your Pokémon, you got to decide which moves they learned, and you even got to see them evolve into bigger and stronger creatures. One of the main themes of this series is that the bond between you and your Pokémon will make them stronger. This may sound like whimsical fluff, but no, this was actually coded into the game through the form of hidden stats called effort values. These effort values guaranteed that trained Pokémon would be stronger than their wild counterparts at the same level. And since effort values were based off of which Pokémon you encountered in battle, this ensured that your level 50 Blastoise would have different values for attack, defense, speed, compared to your friend's level 50 Blastoise. To top it all off, even if you traded a Pokémon away to a friend, you would still be listed as the original trainer. All of this made each Pokémon that you captured feel like an individual being. With so much effort dedicated to making the flora and fauna feel alive, the overall narrative had to be fairly simple. Collect the 8 badges and challenge the Elite Four. But this simplicity paid off in 2 great ways. First, it gave you, the player, a general sense of where you were at every point in the game. And second, it meant that arriving in a new town was exciting because you had a new gym leader to challenge. Brock, Misty, Lieutenant Surge, Erica, Koga, Sabrina, Blaine, and Giovanni set the standard for what a gym leader would be in every future generation. Compared to one another, they are a pretty diverse bunch whose job or personality tended to reflect the type theme of their gym. Brock is steadfast, Koga's a ninja, Sabrina can see the future, Erica arranges flowers, Misty's a swimmer, and Giovanni leads an underground organization. The 2 who didn't fit their theme actually ended up being quite memorable. Blaine's gym is filled with quizzes to test your knowledge, and Lieutenant Surge apparently used Pokémon in a war. Cue insane fan theories of the internet. But there's one character I haven't mentioned yet, and he's by far the most important. Blue is your rival. He talks down to you at every opportunity and chooses to battle you whenever he sees fit, even when you're fighting Team Rocket in the Sylph Company. Now, if that was it, he would be pretty hard to take seriously. After all, you have to beat him almost every time you encounter him to progress the story. But his character works because the gameplay speaks for him. No matter which starter you pick, Blue will counterpick you to give himself a type advantage. Later, when you encounter him on the SS Anne, he boasts having caught 40 varieties of different Pokémon. This is impossible to beat unless you captured and evolved almost every Pokémon you encountered by this point in the game. And then in each gym, there is a pillar with the names of the trainers who've beaten the leader. No matter how fast you arrive at each gym, your rival's name is already on that pillar. All of these aspects of the gameplay are used to make your rival appear one step ahead of you. And what has this been building up to? The 8 badges that you collect unlock the path to the Elite Four. Defeat the Elite Four and you become the Pokémon Champion. Or you would, except somebody got there before you. Now, in every single Pokémon game, you fight the champion directly after the Elite Four. So it's easy to forget that this was actually a plot twist in the original game.
Makes sense though, right? I've always been one step ahead of you from the very beginning. While I was working on my Pokédex, I searched everywhere for the perfect Pokémon. I specifically looked for those teams that could beat any Pokémon type. Now, I stand right here at the top of the Pokémon League. Do you know what that means, Red? No, what? I'll tell you. It means that I am the most powerful trainer in the world!
This is the payoff. We've seen Blue grow his roster from a single starter to a powerful team of 6 fully evolved Pokémon. He's been one step ahead of us, or at least it feels that way, and it's quite fitting that Blue is both the first and the last opponent that we face over the course of the game. Pokémon Red and Blue and Green are some of the most successful video games of all times. And part of this was because the narrative was simple but immersive enough to welcome the player into this wonderful world. As the series evolved and technology improved, the story has changed probably more than anything else. Each generation has brought something new to the table, and eventually, I plan to review them all! And that's all for my analysis. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below.